everyone, and welcome to the Promise Program's Graduation Recognition Celebration. My name is Nicole Cordova. I am a Promise Scholar that is transferring this year. It is an honor to be speaking in front of you today. I've always visualized myself one day to speak in front of a crowd of scholars with the idea of empowerment. I am a first-generation female college student. It is my goal to fulfill my parents' legacy of the hard work and sacrifices they have made, to be able to achieve what they weren't able to. I'm sure that some students standing here today have a similar narrative and motive towards their studies. It is a big accomplishment for all of us to be united today, to celebrate every win and learn from every challenge. You see, in high school, my parents had lost their house. This left an imprint on my high school academic experience. This also affected my mental health, access to resources, and conflicted with my academic life. Little did I know that housing security would be at the back of my mind through college. It haunted me. Although this experience motivated me to better myself as a student, I knew I wasn't the only homeless teen who was experiencing this, and others around the world may have it worse. These thoughts began to broaden my worldview and enlighten my passion for social justice. I took my parents' words of "ponte a estudiar" very seriously, which means study. I took it to the next level and looked into middle college, a program where I finished my last 2 years of high school at the College of San Mateo. Even though I did very well at the start of middle college, other challenges had arisen. COVID-19, which was one, had mandated students to not attend school in person and transition into online learning. This had been overwhelming since I already struggled with in-person classes. I ended up not finishing my senior year very strong and did not receive a high school diploma. I actually didn't find out about this until a year later when housing assistants had asked for my academic documents. No one told me I didn't graduate. Not my high school or middle college counselors, teachers, or administration. Unfortunately, with COVID, communication wasn't at its best. I felt really defeated. All of the hard work, the struggles, and sacrifices that my parents made, it was a disaster. Had I not learned anything from always turning to what motivated me the most, always being low income, always being the only person of color in different academic environments, and all of the lectures from my parents and older sister, surely I knew I was privileged enough to be able to attend middle college as one of the only Latina females at the time, but did it all just go to waste? I entered my first year of community college with the intention of trying my best. However, at the back of my mind, I had this voice saying that I wasn't good enough. It was a voice that had always been there since my first year at a private middle school. I didn't realize I had academic anxiety until the voice got louder and even worse at middle college. However, during my first year of college, I couldn't get over the idea of failing multiple classes, the multiple college rejections, and the graduation that I never had because of COVID. I worked full-time and eventually worked 3 jobs and still managed to go overtime in hours in 1 job out of 3. It was the fear I had of my family losing the house again. I didn't do very well my first year of college. I thought to myself, well, that whole year was a waste. My Promise counselor had asked me if I was going to submit my leave of absence. Instead, I decided to attend school part-time. I just needed a reset to really concentrate on the classes I had instead of scattering between 4 to 5 classes while working full-time. I remember going to my Promise counseling meetings that semester for the first time in months, feeling anxious and like a bad student due to my poor grades and overall missing months of counseling meetings. My promise counselor had provided supportive feedback and gave me hope towards still being able to transfer. She helped me see how even the smallest accomplishments were significant. I became motivated, and that semester I took the GED test to close the COVID chapter in my life. I passed. I hope that everyone has something to learn from this speech, and may it be helpful for all transferring students getting ready to tackle a four-year university. I'm about to tell you 5 methods and strategies on how I brought up all my grades. Most speakers just tell you their story, and not the important lessons of how. So, my biggest lesson I learned was, first of all, you want to create positive, healthy habits. They can be as simple as drinking a cup of water when you wake up, or making your bed every morning. Why, you may ask? What does this have to do with school? Well, one thing that one of my acting mentors had told me is that habits are the keys to success. So if you start out with the simplest healthy, positive habit, it can be easier to develop that into a lifestyle without feeling initially overwhelmed. Because eventually, you want to build positive homework and academic habits. Habits will move you forward when your motivation fizzes out. It is a discipline that results from these habits that lead you to action. Second, create goals. Create a vision. Set up long-term and short-term goals. While it is important to visualize what you want to achieve, the biggest mistake that is made is not taking action towards those goals. Figure out what you can do at this very moment to move forward towards that step. Don't focus on the how of the future, but focus on the now. Do not overestimate the simplicity of baby steps. If it is the world's smallest baby step, then take it. One step is better than none. If my vision is to get accepted to a university or graduate, my first step isn't to get all A's. That is a long-term goal. The first step is to go on Canvas and see what work is due tomorrow. The next step is to read your homework prompt, and then follow through with the next baby steps, and so forth. And thirdly, ask questions. And if you don't have any, create a habit of asking one question in each class. Fourth, pretend to teach what you're learning to someone else. Or grab a teddy bear if you don't have anyone, and pretend you're giving a TED Talk on your subject. Fifth, try the Pomodoro method, where you work on your homework in small time intervals for enhanced concentration. Once you have all the tools out in front of you, and the knowledge of knowing each method, apply it. While I can go on and on with different learning strategies, I hope these methods are useful in some way, and perhaps I should write a book about it one day. Anyways, so these strategies have helped me persist in my studies. In fact, this past winter, a bomb cyclone destroyed my family's house. However, even though the first time my family lost their house had impacted my academics, this time I had the tools of these studying habits. I ended up overcoming this new challenge with positive results in my academics as well as a positive outlook. I wouldn't be here today without all of the people who have guided me. I have my professors, teachers, tutors, the Promise Program, and my family to thank. I would like to thank Ariela and Mahita for letting me speak tonight. And I would also like to thank my Promise counselor, Myra, for answering all of my questions and supporting me with my academic goals, as well as guiding me through the tough procedures of college. The Promise Program has helped me with sending transcripts to four-year institutions, identifying the best classes for transferring, petitioning for degrees, and always keeping me in check to sign up for classes as soon as possible. The Promise Program has also been very generous, from providing textbook vouchers to free snacks when you visit their office, to providing grocery gift cards and providing a free cap and gown for graduation. The Promise program guides you through every step of the way. This semester, I will be transferring with 3 associate's degrees that are communications studies, psychology, and political science. Thank you. I plan to continue my academic path with pursuing a degree in political science. I've recently been accepted to my dream school, Columbia University, for their non-traditional student program. I've also been accepted to UC Irvine, UC Santa Barbara, and several other universities. This has been a big accomplishment for my family and I. My journey towards getting accepted was a learning experience and a reminder that sí se puede, which means yes, one can. Anything is possible. While I still have a few days to decide which university I will go to, I know that they all hold great academic opportunities for my major, which is why I am really grateful, as well as it is up to the student to make the most out of the school they go to. I would love to thank the Promise program once again, and thank you everyone for listening to my speech. Let's not forget to celebrate every win. So, congratulations, class of 2023. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nicole. You do not know how happy I am that she mentioned Pomodoro method, but I am so proud of you and so proud of all of our graduates and our students who are continuing on next year. But thank you again, Nicole, for that amazing speech, and we all took notes, right? And we're looking forward to that book. But now I want to call up Myra.